So let me now show you how you can create another chatbot that is capable of converting units. So it's capable of converting units such as Celsius to Fahrenheit, or it's also capable of finding out how many hours a day, or how many hours a year, or how many days a year. It's capable of doing all of these, converting all of these units and returning the result to you. So you don't have to worry about converting units. You can create that chatbot that is capable of doing all of that. Let me show you how you can do that. First of all, I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to name it units.py. And then first I'm going to here import from Chatterbot, import chatbot, and then as usual I'm going to create an object here. So I'm going to say here chatbot and I'm going to name it units, and it's going to be equal to bot. I'm going to store the result, the object, in a variable called bot as usual. And then the most important thing is the logic adapters, and the adapter that we want. The adapter that is capable of converting units is called unit conversion. So first we want chatterbot.logic.unit conversion, and we are done creating this object. The next thing that we need to do is that we want to ask the user to type something. So I'm gonna, as usual, I'm gonna use the while loop, while true, to keep asking the user, and then I'm gonna ask the user to type something, ask a question, and I'm just gonna tell the user that this is a unit conversion chatbot, so that the user knows that he or she must type something related to units. I'm going to say unit conversion, and then I'm going to store the result in a variable called user text. And now we need to ask the chatbot to answer. So I'm going to say bot dot get response, and I'm going to just pass the user text, and then I'm going to store the result in a variable called chatbot to get the answer. I'm going to say here chatbot response, and I'm going to also need to kind of convert this to a string. So I'm going to pass the response in the string function to convert it to a string before printing it on the screen. So before I print the chatbot response, we need to convert it to a string. So now I can here say chatbot response and pass it to the print to print it on the screen. And by the way, it's important to install pint. If you did not do that, you need to install pint. It's very important to install it. If you did not do so, you need to install pint using pip3 and then install pint and then hit enter if you did not do that. In Mac, you need just to open up your terminal. In Windows, you need to open your CMD and type this command, pip3 install pint. This is very, very important. And now let me run our script and see what's going to happen. So I'm going to here run and then start debugging, and I'm going to run our Python file, this units, and as you can see now, it's going to start asking me. So as you can see here, it says ask a question. So it's waiting for me to type something. Let's ask the chatbot something like how many days in a year, and let me hit enter, and as you can see, it returned. Let's ask the chatbot another question. Let me say how many minutes in a day, and let me hit enter, and as you can see, it returned 1440. Let's say something else. Let me say convert 30 Celsius to Fahrenheit, and let me hit enter, and we have an error here. I don't know why, but let's try one more time. Let me I think I have here some typo, but let me start debugging, and let me run one more time and see what the problem is. I think I had a typo in Fahrenheit, so I'm gonna say 30 Celsius, 30 Celsius to Fahrenheit, and let me hit enter, and as you can see, it converted 30 Celsius to Fahrenheit. You can also ask anything else. You can ask kilometer to convert kilometers to meters. For example, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer to meter, and it says here 1000, so it's true. So this chatbot is very smart, and it's capable of converting pretty much all famous units. So you don't have to, if you were to build this from scratch, you would have to kind of create a very long script that has a lot of logic in order to convert all of these units and take care of all of the logic, which is, I would say, a headache. But this simple chatbot is capable of doing all of this. So it's awesome, and you can add it to your website or even web application, or even you can incorporate it into your other Python applications.